Get this right.
And why should the voters believe that you can win the national election?
I was a Democratic caucus. You ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying, dog-faced pony soldier. You're a damn liar, man. That's not true. And no one has ever said that. No man has a right to raise a hand to a woman in anger. And so we have to just change the culture, period. And keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it. If you want to check my shape on it, let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do.
It is important that Iowa and Nevada have spoken, but look.
Get your words straight, Jack.
I'm Jill Biden's husband, and I work for Cedric Richmond.
Are you joking? No. You're too old to go for it.
Granddaughters not only love their dads, their grandpops, they always like them, and that's the great thing. Thank you, baby. Thanks.
I want you to meet Finnegan.
Ooh, baby. The Joe Biden Gaff King, man. Ooh, I guess this show is compliments of Bill West. Bill West knocking his skin off the ball, sending video of the violence going on in the world. The first. Thank you all for joining me here on Marcus Conte News. I guess that's where we are. It's a new location. It's like the new club, the new hangout, right? It's like everything is going underground anyway. So this is like the secret spot. Don't tell anybody. No, actually tell everybody. I got the song. All I can say is it won't go away. I'm here to stay. How about you? All systems breaking down. All systems breaking down. All systems breaking down. Today. Yeah. All systems breaking down. It's a good time to be alive, right? Everything's breaking down, man. Sense of me, I'll sense of you. Because you're a lonely Jew. Yeah, baby. Marcus Conte reporting. Let me get the shit together, man. Hey, listen, man, we got, musical stuff. We're growing. We will not be deterred by simple truth and lies, right? The media is all fucked up right now, right? They're attacking, right? Everything, the establishment attacks through third parties, as someone said in the chat. That's exactly what's going on, man. That right there is precisely what's going on. So thank you all for finding us. How many people we got? We got some people watching. Vinny DiMartini on the chat. On the wrench. All right. So we got 35 people already. Good. The tried and true are here. And we'll keep the ball rolling, trying to stay in the news. We got 30, 45, 44 days before a big presidential election. All shit's gonna get crazy. People like us are gonna, people like me are gonna try to chop you down. They're gonna try to elevate the stooges to voices of power or whatever. And someone said in the chat, hey Conte, you should do cat videos or do videos about I don't know what exactly you said, but some nice videos. What is it? Granny cat. No, I agree about it. What did you say? What did you say? It was good. I forgot what you said, man. I forgot what you said. Do some other kind. Oh yeah, videos. Marcus, do a channel on hair and makeup. Then, when you have 1 million subs, switch back to your regular show. That's a good idea. That's a great idea. I might just do Swami Marcus. Swami Marcus, meditation videos are big. Meditation, yoga. I do retard yoga in the park. I'd fucking get 1 million people watching, and then switch it, motherfucker. The whole fucking system is corrupt. Don't trust anybody, man. They're killing you. They're starving you out, man. They're gonna take your fucking house. That'd be funny, man. Do the old bait and switch, man. Yo, bait and switch. Yo, bait and switch. Hair and makeup. That's kind of hair. How about a combination of the two? Hair and makeup and Swami, because my hair is beautiful. I wear a hat all the time. I mean, I'll break it to you, man. Everybody thinks I have my hair's all fucked up, but my hair is not fucked up. I got beautiful hair. In fact, I can't hear you right now, but I have dreadlock. My hair is dreading in the back. I got to fix that shit. Am I bald? I'm not bald. I got hat head. I got proverbial hat head. So there, I confess. I confess to my true self, right? This is me without a hat on. Now, I like the hat because it gives me power. It gives me strength. All right, but that's my real hair, man. This is my real hair. It's no fucking dime store phony shit, right? It's fucking real, man. We can do hair. I'll sing about hair and how it makes me feel strong. While you're here, kindly become a Patreon of the channel. I appreciate that. By hitting the tip jar and Patreon. The late starts are just inevitable because I'm thinking I have to figure out how to swerve around the censorship, and doing it I guess the right way if there is such a thing. But what's very good news, what's extremely good news, is that just in the short period of time, that was Joe Biden, by the way, Joe Biden, the Gaff King, if you haven't figured it out yet, is that the subscribership on this channel has already gone over 1,000. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yesterday it was like 900 or something. Now we're over 1,000, which means the channel is now eligible to monetize. So this might be a good move, right? We monetize and we stay here, and nothing changes. It's just the same, right? It's just you don't succumb to bully stuff, right? I'm okay being small. I'm fine with that. I don't mind. I prefer it, right? I like being under the radar a little bit. I like being just under the radar, right? Just under under the screen, right? And unfortunately, maybe I came out too fast and they shut me down very quickly. I don't know, but we'll try one more time. We're gonna try with this. This channel has no strikes and no bumps or bruises. I'm sure it will, but for now. So become a Patreon. Nothing changes on my website. That's gold unless YouTube tears everything down. And so let's start here. Let's start with a little story. We're going to look at Bill West has sent me a lot of videos. This video is about a whole lot of violence breaking out. It looks like a bit of a war zone. America's starting to look like a war zone. People I'll tell you, I underestimated the degree to which people would come out of their shells. They came out shooting. I thought people would come out a little claustrophobic, a little unsure of themselves. But what they did was they galvanized their insanity. They doubled down on their craziness. And Black Lives Matter, Antifa, some select groups on the right are just pent up and pissed off. And they're coming out swinging. What next? Is that it looks like a growing movement of energy release in America. I don't quite have my finger on it yet. I didn't watch all these videos, but we're going to watch a whole lot of videos that were put up on BitChute and shows some of the violence going on in Louisville, in Austin, Texas. There's a clip, a little revisiting Kenosha, Wisconsin. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at some of the violent outbreaks, the insanity going on in our fair country, and such. But before we do that, another one. Another gaffe, right? Mr. Gaff King, right? Running for the presidency. We got to talk about it, right? Biden. He says, Trump replacing Ginsburg is a gigantic mistake and abuse of power. How is it an abuse of power, you idiot? How is the president of the United States picking a nominee and passing it on to Senate of an abuse of power, you fool? Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden said Wednesday it's a gigantic mistake for President Trump to replace liberal icon Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the Supreme Court. We should go to American people and make the case why this is a gigantic mistake and abuse of power, the former vice president told reporters as he traveled to a campaign event in North Carolina. Now, this is called fishing. Biden doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just fishing. He's like, somebody said this is a good thing to say, and I'll say it. All right, put it up in the prompter. Put it up in the prompter, and I'll read it. That's all he's doing, man. Biden declined to say if he's reviewing candidates to replace Ginsburg. He ain't going to be replacing nobody unless they fucking cheat. And then there'll be a civil war. Ginsburg, is that true? Is there going to be even... Would the violence increase if Biden slips in there and we know he cheated? That we know the dirty Democrats cheated to do that? Because they will cheat. They'll do that. Anywhere where there's a Democratic governor or a democratically controlled establishment, they're going to cheat because in their minds and in their mouths, they've convinced their sheep that the orange monster is a totalitarian and that cheating is justified. It's justified to cheat the motherfucker because he's so bad for the country. He's terrible. He's a terrible human being. And we have to stop him. We have to stop him and wink, 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 even if we have to cheat. Right? We'll do it. Just like they cheated Sanders. Sanders, he's so bad for the country. He wants to give people health care. He wants to raise the minimum wage, and he's he wants to break up the banks. He's so irrational. He's so communist. He's so socialist. They shut him down. Right now we got the puppet versus the dead senile puppet versus Trump the entertainer. Now, who's going to win that fight? Fucking Trump's going to kill him. Can't wait for the. I think when is the first debate? First presidential debate. When is that? I think it's coming up, right? September 29. All right, so next Tuesday. What's today? I think today's Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We'll have a debate somewhere. I'm not really sure where it is. I know there's going to be one in Tennessee and such. I like the smaller crowd. See, you get a little more laid back, a little more relaxed instead of to the big crowd. Oh, we got a big crowd. Hey everybody, how you doing? Thanks for finding me. We're here, we're live, and we're doing the news. So that's Joe Biden's bullshit gaffe. A giant mistake for President Trump to replace liberal icon Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That is what the fucking president is supposed to do. How is it an abuse of power? Because you don't like him and your people don't like him? Look, this is Biden. Right? He says, hold on a second, I'm going to sneeze. Where am I? I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. You know when you get a head fake, you think you're going to sneeze? You think you're going to sneeze and you don't? I'm not sick. I'm not dying. Just got a little cold. I don't have a cold. I'm just sneezing. This is Joe Biden. Look, what we should be doing now, the Democrats should be going to the American people now. Their voices are about to be heard, and it's important that we make it clear what's going to happen. He said nothing. The Republicans, if they vote for these nominees, what's going to happen is women's rights as it relates to everything from medical health care is going to be gone. Everything. Right. You're going to find that the Affordable Care Act, we should be out there campaigning. You're going to find that the Affordable Care Act space, We should be out there campaigning on what's going to happen. He said nothing. Women will be charged more than men for same procedures again. Pregnancy will be a precondition. You guys are dreaming, right? It's dreaming. We got a bad system, and your system, who Obamacare? You created that bullshit. You and Obama. I've started to prepare, but I haven't gotten into it really heavily. I will be beginning tomorrow. What a jack off. So Biden's out there putting his foot in his mouth. Probably, I hear he's waving to empty cornfields. Him and Kamala Harris are taking photo ops. They're getting off a plane and waving to what looks like crowds. And then sometimes the camera swings around. There's like 3 people really far away. So it's a dying campaign. But that doesn't matter today because even a dead guy can win if you got the money behind him. One more little clip. This is Lord Rothschild. If you haven't heard, what I did was something so atrocious. Rupley, the RT, the RT network. When I played, I don't know, a little clip. It was from the Kyle Rittenhouse shooting. I think the Kyle Rittenhouse shooting, the one that had Ripley in the corner. They struck the channel. They said I used copyrighted material, which is not true because there's something called fair use. You're allowed to do that. As a newscast, a news report, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to take bites of news. And they struck the channel, and one strike means that you can't live stream for 90 days on that channel, which is a barbaric, really, right? So is it? I don't know. I don't see how Rupley or RT. Why would they want to do that? Why would they want to knock down independent media? I mean, it doesn't make sense, and it appears to be not legitimate because I don't have the video anymore. They cut the video off. They delete the video, so you don't even know which video it is. Right? And then give you a strike, and say, you can. I've sent the process is you send RT an email and say, pretty pleased with Sugar. Can you remove the strike, and I'll delete the video or take your material out of the video, one or the other. But they haven't responded yet, which is peculiar, which is suspicious, which is unusual. Why? It's unusual that YouTube is watching the clip and saying, "Oh, that's fair use. You're allowed to do that," which is what everybody does. Everybody in media. What is journalism changing? You're not allowed to take a bite anymore. You can't bite someone's thing and commentate on it. That's what news is. That's what it is. You get a video and it's just fucked up. Right? It's a fucked up thing that's happening. Right. So it was nothing, and it was all the way back from August. It's back in August, right? When the Kyle Rittenhouse thing happened. I guess it's August. Or maybe it was September, I don't know. August, I think it was like 2 months ago. And so that's the story. That's the story of censorship. Why are we pushed from one channel to the other? It's to slow you down. I mean, that's what it is. It's to slow you down. It's to make you disgruntled, go away, do cat videos, do videos about hair and makeup, do videos about Swami Marcus, do whatever. Just don't talk about politics. Get the fuck out of here, kid. Hey, kid, get the fuck out of here. This is business. That's what it is. Why are some channels throttled back? Throttled isn't really the right word. When you throttle something, you go forward. You gas it. Why are some channels gassed? Step on the gas and they go fast. Not because they're incredible talents. It's because YouTube likes that messaging. That's all it is. Right? They like it, right? And so they push it forward. They monetize it. They literally start to promote your stuff. And then once it's monetized, you make money on it, and you keep doing the same thing, and everybody's happy. They're happy. You're happy. There's a golfer video that I follow. What's his name? I forgot the fucking guy. It's a video of 2 beavers Chuck the groundhog. But I watch this video all the time. I watch this stuff all the time. It's just a groundhog eating. It's fun to watch. So I digress. So this is interesting. Senate GOP claims John Kerry falsely denied knowledge of Hunter Biden. So this is going to keep going on. This is going to be a front and center Republican attack on Biden, Joe Biden, because his son took a lot of money from the Ukraine government. You see the little article on the side, a $3.5 million transfer from Russian billionaire. So people paying off Biden's son, which is Biden, and Biden saying, no, there's no conflict of interest there. So, but one more is John Kerry falsely denies knowledge of Joe Biden, of Hunter Biden. Let's read what this means. I believe John Kerry at the time was the Secretary of State. So let's watch. John Kerry falsely claimed that he didn't know Joe Biden's son was serving on the board of controversial Ukraine energy company when Kerry was Secretary of State. U.S. Senate Republicans allege. Charge Republicans. The report cites Kerry's answers last year to a reporter's question about Hunter Biden and the Burisma natural gas company following a campaign appearance with the Democratic presidential candidate. So there's Kerry on the stump with Joe Biden. And he says, I had no knowledge about any of that. None. No, Kerry said, according to an account posted on Twitter at the time. All right. Is it true? Let's see if this is more. What would I know about any? No. Why would I know about any company or any individual? No. The answer is no. No communication, no nothing, he said. That's kind of hard to believe. He's the Secretary of State and he doesn't know. He didn't know. Kerry made the remarks in New Hampshire on December 8, 2019. So this is digging up old information. That's what that is. The Republicans are digging. And they find John Kerry may have lied, right? They're trying to, everybody's a criminal. That's what they do. They try to frame everybody a criminal. Oh, it's criminal. They're such criminals. They're all going to go to jail. Nobody's going to jail. There are no criminals. But there's a lot of fucking talk, right? There's a lot of bullshit. and someone, it seems inescapable that someone passed Joe Biden's son $3.5 million in a wire transfer from Russian oligarchs. Is it true? Is that fact true? What the fuck are you getting $3.5 million for? What did you do for that $3.5 million? What type of favor did that billionaire Russian oligarch get for his $3.5 million? Oh, he just gave it to you because you're a nice guy and you're nice. You got Biden at the end of your name. Nice guy, right? Yeah, it's $300. I got so much money, I don't know what to do with it. I'm just going to give it away. I'll give it to you, man. Why not? If that's what you think, then you would be tremendously wrong. So this is just a funny clip right here. And again, thank you, Bill West, if you're out there, if you're listening. This is Bill West sent me a bunch of clips. I had some other stuff to do, but this is I was going to talk about. But this is some good stuff. There's a lot of shootings and murders going on, and wild raucous shit going on in the country. It's good to look at. It's just an opinion piece. Check this out.
Let's go to Jack, who's calling from Wagon Mound, New Mexico. Jack, good morning.
Good morning. I'm Jack Strickland. It's a very beautiful day here in Wagon Mound. You know, I read a touching article about Justice Ginsburg that was posted at a feminist website. I don't know if you've heard of Citizens United Nationally to Stop Sexism, but feel free to look up their acronym. Anyway, the article was written by a man named Frank Hassel, who is actually the former CEO of Hebrew National Hot Dogs. It was titled George Meets Ruth, and it's basically fan fiction about what would happen if George Floyd met Mrs. Ginsburg in the afterlife. Hassel's theory is that Floyd would rob her at gunpoint and then rape her in an alley. It was an interesting read, to say the least. I think you should check it out.
Let's go to Mike, who's calling from Stockton, California.
Holy shit! What a call-in. That was a good call-in. What is this? Touching article about Justice Ginsburg. So they meet in heaven. They meet in the afterlife. Ginsburg and George Floyd. And George Floyd. Wow, that's heavy. I don't know what the hell we just listened to, but that was pretty fucked up. At least 2 cops down in Louisville. Shots fired using fireworks as cover by Antifa, Black Lives Matter. So this is posted, 3,000 views, posted today at 2:22 a.m. So I think we've got breaking. I think this is you're probably seeing the first of it. Check this out. There's audio. Start again. So let's analyze. I'm seeing a lot of this for the first time, so we'll watch it together and see what we see.
I'm ready to come from everywhere else. Here they come. Oh, they shot guns at him. Oh shit! They shooting guns at him, real guns. Shit! They're blasting at the police.
You see the concussion bombs that they're shooting. That's the police shooting those. You see them overhead. They're shooting from behind. The police, they're blowing up. They're blowing bombs. Just fake bombs over their head. Fireworks. They're shooting fireworks over their head to that. I believe that's where they came from. Let's watch. Let's watch the stream. Let's watch. The fireworks. You see the fireworks are coming from behind the police. So that's the cops shooting it. They have their back to where it's coming from, and they're blowing shit up right above the crowd to try to break them up. So that's cop firework. Is that what the thing is? At least 2 cops down in Louisville. Shots fired using fireworks as cover. I think you got that wrong. What's the video? The video is pretty clear. The fireworks are coming from behind. A cop's going to get shot in a second, I think. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. That's all fireworks by the police. Those are stun bombs.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Right there. Officer down. Right there. Officer down. Yes.
Officer down.
Yes. Okay. What do you want to do? Right here. Right here. Hold. We got an officer down.
Officer down. They're backing officers out.
Officer down. Take cover. Officer down. Take cover.
What happened to peaceful protest?
Watch those right here. They're going to double back on us right here down this alley.
We got one down. We got one down.
You got a cop down.
And they've managed to avoid any of the roadblocks on Broadway.
Peaceful protest, my fucking asshole.
Behind the block.
Wow. Audio play. Temporary pause. Oh, good. All right. Well, thank you for that. What's this? That's so I don't know what to make of that. Thank you for sending me that. I don't know really what it is. I don't know what it is.
Yep, just completed
Dogs
fixing
are the best
this
people.
fence.
No, that's not what we want to see.
Pretty proud of it.
We want to
I'm ready
see.
to come from everywhere else. Here they come.
So that's kind of interesting. I believe it's going on in Louisville right now. Let's just keep going. Let's see what else is going. Shooting at Black Lives Matter protest captured on video. This day is I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. We're just kind of looking at breaking violence around the country. That's just what we're doing. We're trying to check out what the hell's going on here and try to make some sense of this stuff. Here's a bunch of radical. They appear to be all black, all armed, on the steps of somewhere. Listen to this guy. Listen to what he says.
My people will defend themselves if attacked. NFC, y'all understand that, right? And I'm going to say it publicly. We will not shoot you. We will kill you.
Black people have every right.
They look nervous. Look how they all seem to be moving back and forth. Watch their body posture. It's just something interesting to observe. Watch how they kind of. They're all very uneasy. They can't stand up straight. They seem to be moving like this. This is what they're doing, right? They're all doing this. Why? I don't know what it means.
And I'm gonna say it publicly. We will not.
We're going to talk about Breonna Taylor in a second, Weevil Girl. I know that's what it's about. We're gonna look at it, just the violence part of it. The story doesn't really make sense. It's bad policing. They barge into a room, they shoot 2 people, right? And it was a fuck up. It was a police fuck up, and of course it's racism. But why are they shifting back and forth? What are they nervous about?
Shoot you.
See that?
We will kill you.
We will kill you.
See the
Black people
I don't know. It's very, very unusual behavior.
have every right to carry guns just like anybody else. Black people ain't doing nothing but exercising their right, and this is.
There's a lot of shots fired. Oh, man. So this is what it's become. Wildfires, wild shootouts. Make you afraid. New York seems to be really quiet lately. I haven't seen any of this going on. Danny D. Soul says, if Conte wasn't there, it's fake. I didn't say it's fake. I didn't say any of it's fake. I just said I don't know what it is. There's a difference. Jack off. There's a difference, jerky. Look at this, man. Oh, so it's this looks like a holdout, kind of a Black Lives Matter holdout. And all the camping and bullshit.
Oh my God.
An occupation somewhere.
Someone shot Jefferson Square Park.
Jefferson Square Park. Thank you for that info. So someone shot. What the fuck, man? I don't know what that's about. Extremists attack authorities in Portland. I think we already saw this. I don't know what's going
My
on.
people.
So somebody got shot in the park.
Oh my God. Someone shot Jefferson Square Park.
Where is Jefferson Square Park? Jefferson Square Park. Jefferson Square Park in Kentucky. Oh, so it's Louisville. It's Louisville, Kentucky. Watch Kentucky move on protesters in Jefferson Square Park. This is 11 hours ago. Let's see this. Let's just advance a little bit. Da-da-da.
Be walking away now and back the other direction.
Nothing much going on there. There's a lot of cops. Live update. Protesters gathered downtown near Jefferson Park. Well, if Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, if you thought you were immune to the bullshit, it's coming to your door. It's coming right to your door. Live to your door. Yeah, so Bill West is here. Thank you, Bill West, for this tip. I appreciate it. Bill West on the phone. It's like Washington Square Park. Washington Square Park. I've never seen a shootout. I have actually a funny story. I was running through. True story. I was running through Washington Square Park one day. I just happened to be. I don't know what I was running for. I was running maybe to catch the train, or I was running across the park. And when I got right by the arch, I see like a bunch of cop cars skidding in the street, like, you know, like converging on some kind of crime scene. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on? And I was what they were after. They came, surrounded me with guns pointing down, saying, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. I was like, okay, what's up? And I said, what's going on? I said, show me some ID. I said, okay, I'm going to reach in my pocket. I'm going to show you ID. Don't shoot me. I took my ID out and I handed it to the fine officer. And he looked, and I stood there with my hands up for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And they were talking on the walkie-talkie, and they handed me my ID back and said, "You matched the description. Sorry about that." Let me go. It's fucking crazy, man. I don't know what we're watching here. It's taking too long. It's taking too long. It's taking too long. So Kentucky, let's go back to these clips. Let's go back to these clips. So this kid got these people got shot. What else we got? Look at this pear-shaped woman. Hello, pear. What's she talking about? Speak.
It's a normal night. You're safe at home, laying in your bed. You have work the next morning. You're tired. You're sleeping next to your boyfriend, the person that you love. Now, it's about 1 a.m, and
she's doing the Breonna Taylor. What happened to Breonna Taylor? She's sleeping in her bed. That's what it's about.
you hear sounds at the door. You hear banging, and you're afraid. You're terrified. People break into your home, and you are so scared. And they kill you. Imagine finding out that those people are the police, the people that are supposed to protect you, the people that are supposed to keep you safe. Breonna Taylor was a 26-year-old EMT. She had a servant's heart, according to the people that knew her. It
was a no-knock warrant. It was a no-knock warrant. That's scary, right? What do you do? If you have a gun, if someone barges into your house, you don't know if they're the police. Right? And someone barges in, you're half asleep, you have a gun, someone's barging in, you're in your underwear, you're sleeping, you and your loved ones, right? Scare the shit out of the cats and the dogs. Everybody's terrified. What the fuck is going on? It's like a no-knock warrant. Police come in and they get shot. Or they shoot the person who's about to shoot them. It sounds unconstitutional. Is it because the person was black? I don't know, man. If that's all you see, if all you see is black and white, then that's what it is. I don't know the details of the Breonna Taylor case because it didn't really grab my attention enough to want to dive into it. But look at the hips on this woman. Look at the pear-shaped hips on this woman. What the fuck is going on with that?
Loved by family and friends. She wanted to be a nurse. She was fighting on the front lines of COVID in Louisville. Her parents were terrified all the time that something would happen to her because of COVID. They never thought that she would die in her own home, in her own bed, at the hands of the police.
Oh, someone's fucking around with that. All right, you got us, right? You got us, man.
Lines of COVID in Louisville.
Someone's fucking around with us. That's a trick right there. That cannot possibly be the woman's fucking lower waist.
Her parents were terrified all the time that something would happen to her because of COVID. They never thought
she's getting bigger.
She would die in her own home, in her own bed, at the hands of the police.
What are we watching here? Bill West. Atheism is unstoppable.
Breonna Taylor. Apparently I'm supposed to say her name. By saying her name, I'm supposed to be thinking about her. I gotta be aware of this woman. Why? Who the hell is Breonna Taylor? And why does she matter? Obviously, she would matter to her friends and family. But the fame and martyrdom that has come in the wake of Breonna Taylor would seem to suggest that there is something special about her. There's something about her that is different than everyone else who's died. Well, she's a woman. That's kind of different, isn't it? But then again, we're not going to be talking about Veronica Baker, who was 17 and shot and killed by this group of black people in a parking lot for no reason. We're not going to be talking about Laura Anderson, a 21-year-old girl who, along with her father, Nick Wall, was shot and killed by a black man. Say her name? Should we do that?
How about Jessa Majors, who got shot by a bunch of 15-year-old, super predators here in New York for buying some weed. Got stabbed multiple times in the heart. Right? We're not saying her name. Right? That's okay. Where's all the black activists? Where's the anti-police when that shit's going on, right?
Do we say the black man's name who shot her? What was her name again? I forget. Let's get back to Breonna Taylor. Why? Because blacks. Because blacks want the microphone. Because blacks are special. There's something about fat-ass Breonna Taylor that we're supposed to pay attention to. Well,
who is this guy, man? I love this guy. Fucking, come on, man. This guy rocks. Who are you, man? Atheism is unstoppable is his name, I guess. Man, this guy's this guy's shooting from the hip.
This is part of the religion, and a religion needs saints. And Saint Breonna, she's got a real doozy of a picture. Look, there she is. She's got a diploma and flowers, and she's smiling, and she's in a uniform. There's a flag behind her. She looks official. Works for a hospital or something. Well, this might be the golden goose. This might be the thing that the movement has been looking for. The most innocent of all innocent angels that was cut down in the prime of her life by the evil system, the evil white people. The story had everything. White cops, kill black person. She didn't do nothing. No reason. Doesn't matter. Look at this picture. Cut to her mother, cut to her sister. Let's cry and let's talk about Breonna Taylor.
Say her name! Breonna Taylor! 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 Say her name! Breonna Taylor!
And compared to thugs like Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Jacob Blake, George Floyd, this woman, damn, she might be a poster girl. Queen Dindu, all bow before her. So in case you haven't noticed, there's been a few people yapping about Breonna Taylor, an event which came out...
Hey, is this the guy from High Impact Videos? Is this the same guy? His voice sounds like that, the guy that does High Impact Videos. Just a guess, because it sounds like I'm kind of just doing another channel, I guess.
During the height of the moral panic we find ourselves in, which is a nice way of saying during the racist freakout by black people and by white guilted bitches collectively. Both.
Now to the demand for justice after the loss of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor.
Turn it up for Breonna Taylor, y'all. Hey.
Say her name! Breonna Taylor! Say her name! Breonna Taylor! Can you say? Can I hear you say? Breonna Taylor! Say your name! Breonna Taylor! Say your name! Breonna Taylor! Say your name! Breonna Taylor!
There is now new audio of interviews from the investigation into the cops who murdered Breonna Taylor in her own home.
You know, it's just something that we continue to put our foot on the gas, continue to pressure. You know, the situation that's going on in Louisville, Kentucky, innocent woman being killed, and by the name of Breonna Taylor, a woman who had a bright future, and her life was taken away from her. And there's been no arrests, there's been no justice, not only for her but for her family. You know, and we want to continue to shed light on that situation.
That's just jumping on the bandwagon. That's what that is. You know, I like this guy, by the way. I like LeBron James as a basketball player, but I think it's just funny how people jump on the bandwagon, right? They're like, oh yeah, it's racism. It's the same thing that happened when Al Sharpton, there was this woman, I forgot her name, but this girl allegedly was, she claimed, a young woman claimed that she was raped, and then and all the blacks came out to support her, and then they found out she made up the story, and not a single one of them retracted the statements. They just pretended like, oh well, you know, that's what blacks do, you know.
It was just unjust, and you know, that's what it's about.
And Joe Biden did it again. He said that Breonna Taylor, who is not alive because police executed her when they did a no-knock warrant.
Someone's trying to... Who is this chick? Is this a girl or I think this might be a dude. I think this might be a dude. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell.
And invaded the house of the wrong person. He said, whether by accident or not, that she should be charged.
It looks like Sticks Hexenhammer, right? It looks like Sticks Hexenhammer's like fucking, brother.
He tried to both sides this. Let's play the clip.
Should be charged. Do you agree with her, and do you also believe that?
Don't play any clips. You'll get fucked. You'll get torn down.
Same for the officers who were involved in the death of Breonna Taylor.
I think we should let the judicial system work its way. I do think there's a minimum need to be charged, the officers, and as well as Breonna Taylor.
Should be charged. Do you agree with her, and do you?
Somebody in the chat, is this the person that made the video? Is this the person? Is this the author of the stuff? Because I don't know. I don't know anything today. I'm just having fun, man.
He said, whether by accident or not, that she should be charged. He tried to both sides this. Let's play the clip.
Should be charged. Do you agree with her, and do you also believe the same for the officers who were involved in the death of Breonna Taylor?
I think we should let the judicial system work its way. I do think there's a minimum need to be charged, the officers, and as well as Breonna Taylor.
Should be charged. Do you agree with her, and do you?
Say her name, say her name. Rest in peace, Breonna. Praying for her mama. We know who's to blame. Say her name, say her name. These cops are more than shady, some way more than crazy. It's time for a change. Say her name, say her name. Rest in peace, Breonna. Praying for her mama. We know who's to blame. Say her name, say her name. These cops are more than shady, some way more than crazy. Let us say her name. Every other day, waking up is the same. Killers going free, and to me it's just insane. They started this violence, wanting our compliance. See how they kill our people, then expect us to stay silent. Lock 'em up, they ain't no heroes. Kill Breonna Cold, enlisted injuries at zero. Corruption at its best, prove my point further. If you're white and got a badge, you get away with murder. Now you say that was just a song name. Restore Breonna's life. Something's going down, it's the way it seems. Why can't you do what's right? Tell me why.
Yeah.
Why can't you do what's right?
Yeah, you talk about hysteria. Ooh, I can't take much more of that. You talk about hysteria, right? Fucking just jumping on the bandwagon. Let's sing about the bitch.
Elijah McClain too. Y'all hold that boy, arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. All of y'all who think we need more evidence, you goofy. I said arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. You catch the vibe?
Catch the vibe.
Knock it off my page.
The page.
The reason we're not talking about white victims of black people, or otherwise, white victims of police, you can lump those in to the abyss of silence you're witnessing about white victims. The reason is because Breonna fits the narrative she is black, and that alone is supposed to convince you that what happened to Breonna Taylor is in fact a racist act.
I just remembered the situation with Al Sharpton, Tawana Brawley. Remember Tawana Brawley? I don't think I spelled it right, but Tawana Brawley rape allegations. Right. So this was what happened. Where am I? You bash. I want to go here. Oh yeah. Why did I go there? Why did I go to Amazon? Tawana Brawley is an African-American woman from upstate New York who accused 4 white men for raping her in November 1987. You remember this case? Brawley was found in a trash bag. She had racial slurs written on her body and was covered in feces. She accused 4 white men of raping her. The charges received widespread national attention because of her age, 15, and persons accused, including police officers and a prosecuting attorney, and the state in which Brawley was found after the alleged rape. Brawley's advisors, Al Sharpton, Alton Maddock, and Vernon Vernon Mason also helped the case to gain prominence. After hearing evidence, a grand jury concluded Brawley had not been the victim of a forcible sexual assault and that she herself may have created the appearance of the attack. Now, there's a lot of that shit, right? The point is that this case of Tawana Brawley was all over the media. It was everywhere by this jackoff, right? When he used to be fat, and then he came to this neighborhood. He came to Bay Ridge, and that's when Al Sharpton got stabbed in the chest. Al Sharpton got stabbed in the chest in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, right here in Brooklyn. When they came and calling everybody who's white is racist. Right, and the Bay Ridge people just said, yeah, stay in the street. If you can't come on my sidewalk, I'm gonna stick a knife in your chest, and that's what happened. So, but that's all. What does Tawana Brawley even look like? Let's see images. Tawana, that's Tawana. 15 years later, and that's what Al Sharpton used to look like. He was when he was fat, when he didn't have cancer, and when he got stabbed in the chest. So that's Al Sharpton in front of the 15-year-old Tawana Brawley. Because it's a fundraiser. It's big black story. Put all the blacks together. Send your money to Al. And Al's going to fight for you. Tawana Brawley was raped. The evidence shows that she made the shit up, right? There they are marching. Look at fucking fat Al Sharpton. I bet you didn't know that's Al Sharpton. He was a fat pig, right? A fat fucking pig, right? Now he's a skinny guy. But that's when he got stabbed in the chest. Maybe after he got stabbed in the chest. So where are we, man? So this is good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Whoever did this. I don't know where we are. I'm totally lost.
Act. How? Let me pose this question to you. How can something happen to a black person and it not be racist?
I don't know.
It's not a trick question.
Let's see what else we got here, because we got a lot. What's this?
From the New York Times, I'm Michael Barbaro. This is The Daily.
Uh-oh.
See why? See, nothing. He got a job.
No one said he was a violent crime. No one said he was.
We have work to do in terms of building trust with the people that we have sworn to serve and protect.
Yesterday, my colleague Rukmini Kalamaki told the story of how police in Louisville, Kentucky ended up at Breonna Taylor's door.
She was coming for everything she wanted this year. 2020 was her year.
Today, what thousands of pages of documents and hours of interviews tell us about the night that she was killed.
I think we're making some ground here. I think we're just seeing I think what's important is, and this may be controversial, but you have to put yourself, you got to find some empathy or try to understand what the other side is thinking. What drives blacks to want to accuse every white person of racism? What is it that's doing that? They feel trapped. They feel insecure. It seems to be something rather popular, something rather some way to gain attention, some way to get what's mine, get mines. I'm going to get some of mines, right? And that's what it is. I think all human beings are guilty of that to some degree, but we're seeing this kind of piling on of some black people accusing every white person of racism, and now it's becoming violent. And also, you're seeing white people, even to some degree, claim that they're black, right? Jumping on the blackness. It's a sickness, man. It's a psychological defect.
Hold up. You know what I just noticed and what has occurred to me? Breonna Taylor is the least important person in this story. This story is about Jamarcus Glover, the drug dealer, and the ex-convict, and Kenneth Walker.
Wake and Bake says, does Marcus actually believe this shit? She was hanging out in a trap house with wanted thugs. She wasn't innocent. I don't know that. I didn't say she was innocent or guilty. I didn't say any of that. All I know is that the police did a no-knock warrant. That's all I know about it. The police did a no-knock warrant to arrest somebody, and the somebody got shot, right? Or she got shot. You know, police shoot this indiscriminately. It's dark. They start shooting. That's all I know, right? Well, what are they thugs? What do I know? I don't fucking know. Was it because she was black? I don't see any indication that racism played any role whatsoever in that attack. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, play.
Walker, who wasn't a criminal, but who decided to shoot at people, cops, entering the apartment he was in. I mean, that's the whole thing. Brianna is a casualty of
I think we chopped out for a little bit. We're back.
These other two guys and their choices. So you do have to recognize that the overwhelming amount of attention that she is getting is because she's a woman, she had a job, a legit job, and they think that this can add to the greater stories that they like to tell. Like, oh my God, they're just being hunted and killed, and it's so unfair, isn't it cruel? And now let's look at Breonna Taylor and her Facebook posts. I mean, you could summarize this case in two main questions. Did the cops have legal authority and good cause to raid that house, which was a house connected to the drug syndicate of Jamarcus Glover? Yes or no? Obviously, yes. It's not even that interesting of a...
Is that a true fact? It was connected to the drug syndicate of somebody? All right, so they're selling drugs. What's the answer there? Legalize.
Debate, because there's not even a point of view where it's not true. They have a mountain of evidence on this guy. They have surveillance footage. They know where his car goes. By the way, Brianna's renting cars that people are getting executed in. So this house and this woman are clearly part of this man's drug enterprise. And then the second question, which we're going to address here today, is did the cops have the authority and good cause to shoot back at a guy who shot at them? And let me do the calculation real quick. Yes. If the cops come in and you shoot...
I would agree with that. So if in the Breonna Taylor situation, if even one bullet was shot and it wasn't the police are going to kill everybody. Again, it's dark. So are the police justified if somebody takes a shot at you? Of course they are. I didn't know that fact as well. So Breonna Taylor, no knock or what, or knock or no knock, the police enter and somebody shoots a bullet at them. They shoot back. I find it hard to believe that the police didn't scream, police, police, police. That's what they do. Police, police, police. They throw lights on and smoke and police, police, police. That's what they do. It's hard to believe that no one knew that they were police. I guess that's just hard to believe.
Shoot at them, then you're getting shot. Welcome to equality. So then the third hidden question is, did the cops announce that they were the cops? And I don't want to give it away, but they did.
And whether any of the officers involved.
All right, I'm kind of bored with this subject. It doesn't really fascinate me, but I get it. August 9, 2018.
I got him. What's going on, man? Yeah. You know I'm stopping you for? Man, when you turned on here, on the Dixie.
In the spring of 2019, this video started circulating online.
Put your hands on steering wheel.
It showed the police in the city of Louisville in Kentucky making a traffic stop.
I got him.
The driver was a black teenage boy.
You want to hop out?
They telling me to get out of the car now.
He happened to be his high school's homecoming king and a multiple scholarship winner.
You don't have any weapons on you, do you? No drugs?
Nope.
He had borrowed his mom's car to go buy a slushie at the local store.
Turn around, put your hands on the car.
Nice car.
Switch feet.
I even did anything.
But I didn't even did anything? That's a new one. Points for originality.
I even did anything.
And he suddenly found himself being pulled out of the car,
Put your hands on your back real quick.
being handcuffed, being searched
Quit doing the clenching your fist thing.
for the offense of making a wide turn.
Yeah, and the people of Louisville know what is happening in Louisville. There's too much crime. The cops are trying to combat this. And one of the techniques is, yes, pulling someone over for a minor offense and then just making sure that they're not up to no good. You could call it preventative. And it is a policy that works, provided you are serious about cracking down on crime.
I would disagree with that. Stop and search. What happens is the police tend, and I was a cop. I was a sanitation cop. A garbage cop. I wrote tickets, but I remember that a lot of officers will look for the weak target. They'll look for the soft target, and in garbage, it's like a big residential building with a lot of fucking supers and stuff, and you just write the ticket and you run away. A real ticket, you write the ticket, you see the violation, you run away, but you overlook the lesser thing, right? And that's the same thing with police. A young teenage boy black in the ghetto. It's an easy ticket. It's a soft target for them. That's how they see it. Is it right? Is it wrong? It's wrong. It's wrong. And does it go on? It does go on. So I would disagree that it was just routine, because the routine, there is evidence to suggest that young black men are targeted more than anybody else in terms of those things, or at least they were anyway, till recently.
But if you're not, and if you want to throw a fit every time you get caught up in a routine check, then so be it. Enjoy your freedom to live in a crime-ridden area.
And this video that went viral online was far from the first time that something like this had happened in Louisville.
There's a call now for a review of Metro Police Policy's claims of racial profiling on the part of the white police officer who...
So in response, the Louisville Police Department enacted a series of reforms.
These changes are meant to reflect our department's values and commitment to fair professional interactions with the public. We have work to do in terms of building trust and legitimacy with the people that we have sworn to serve and protect.
And yet, those very reforms set into motion a raid.
So can you start off by telling me your names and what your...
Why? Because Breonna...
There's just a lot of propaganda in that one. What's this? Austin Black Lives Matter mob attacks right-wing journalist Savannah Hernandez. Oh, all right, there's some more violence. Let's watch this. Let's watch this shit.
Hey!
When you act like an animal, you get treated like an animal. There's definitely a cult aspect to this crowd. And I would agree with that assessment that they're making martyrs and saints out of these people. Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, and all the others.
Peaceful protest. Hey, we're gonna get peaceful protest.
My ass peaceful protest.
For a while. Whether we hate them or not, peaceful protest.
Hey, let me have my phone and I'm out.
Move it along.
Oh yeah, you've been attacking journalists, right?
So apparently a journalist is going to get mob attacks right-wing journalist Savannah Hernandez. Where is she? I guess we'll have to wait for it. I guess we'll have to wait for it.
Hey guys, so I just got home. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it right now. I just got home. I was covering the Black Lives Matter Antifa march tonight in Austin, Texas, downtown, and I got mobbed. So I'm here now, home safe and sound. I'm going to be filing a police report. I just wanted to come home as soon as possible and change all of my passwords and accounts and whatnot because they stole my phone after they mobbed me. I was following them all night long, and I wasn't really talking with any of them other than those two protesters who were armed. I was like, hey, what do you guys have the gun for?
She's sexy.
But other than that, I really wasn't talking to anybody. I really wasn't trying to make myself known. I was just there observing the scene. And then one of the Antifa reporters who I've talked to a couple times just comes up to me and says they know. And at that point, I probably should have left, but I was like, no, it's fine. There was a huge police presence, and we weren't really anywhere like in a dark alley or a dark streetway or anything like that. And then we turned down 6th Street, and this guy just starts chanting my name, going, that's Savannah Hernandez, that's Savannah Hernandez. And I turned around, and I felt someone punch me in the back of the head. And
attacking the media. I've gotten attacked before by jack-offs, guy with the pink umbrella guy and the security guards. And or almost attacked a couple of times down at City Hall over there. Or I didn't get attacked in Bay Ridge, but there's a lot of that, right? Why they, Black Lives Matter attacks reporters if they don't like them. That's fucked up, right? I worry about that. I worry about that when I go to those crowds because I'm kind of like an eyesore. They kind of know, I got a kind of my look is out there. Now, it is that guy. I don't know who he is, but that's that guy.
I fell down to the ground and I popped back up. And as you guys can see, my face isn't really messed up at all. And I didn't take too many punches to the face because I don't think they were expecting me to fight back or defend myself, but they quickly learned that I was going to. So luckily my face was unharmed, but my neck's hurting a little bit because I got punched in the back of the head.
Thank God your face didn't get harmed. It's a nice face.
They all then started mobbing me. I tried to put my phone up to record them attacking me, and then they hid it out of my hand. They stole it.
Sexual harassment.
They continued trying to punch me, and then a couple of other people jumped in and basically just told me to F off and go home. So
Can you stand up straight so we could see the rest of that body?
that is the atmosphere for independent journalists in 2020. Now, I want to highlight this because there was another independent journalist there named Hear Him Live. Now, he's been covering Austin protests here since they began during George Floyd back in May. Now, he's pro-BLM, he's pro-ANTIFA, he's on their side.
Sorry, but I don't think we're going to get any video. We're just going to get the chick talking. I don't want to hear her talk. So she apparently was at a rally, and she claims she got jumped. They took her phone, but where's the footage? You're a journalist. You don't got the thing running. Unless they snatched the phone out of her hand, and she was trying to film with the phone. It's believable. Get that phone back and see what's on the phone. But I don't know. Is it believable? I guess so. Why not? So there's some. I don't want to play this anymore because there might be RT clips in there. I'm having a hard time. Let's see what this is. This is the Kyle Rittenhouse situation.
Matter arises that holds the power to negatively affect our lives for generations to come. Regardless of what side of the political spectrum you identify with, this is about you.
Kenosha. Oh, this is good. This is good. Oh, man. They should just add the...
After 2 nights of violence...
They should just add the wildfires to this clip, right? Random wildfires all over the West.
Fires and citywide vandalism. Angry mobs gathered on night 3 to protest the police shooting of Jacob Blake. Adding to the volatility of the situation, many of the protesters were armed.
This one got a gun on. This one got a gun on. This one got a gun on. This one got guns on and rifles.
To prevent the total destruction of their community, Good Samaritans united to guard local businesses. Among them was 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse.
So people, now this is storytelling I like. This is good storytelling. This is the real deal, right? These guys showed up, no political motivation, just to stop the violence, right? Kyle Rittenhouse.
People are getting injured. And our job is to protect this business, and part of my job is to also help people. If there's somebody hurt, I'm running into harm's way. That's why I have my rifle, because I need to protect myself, obviously. But I also have my med kit.
There's a medic right here if you need help.
I am an EMT. If you are injured, come to me.
Earlier that day, Rittenhouse volunteered to remove graffiti from Ruther Central High School in Kenosha. In December 2018, Rittenhouse started a Facebook fundraiser for a nonprofit called Humanizing the Badge. In his own words, the mission is to forge stronger relationships between law enforcement officers and the communities they serve. He asked his friends to donate to the organization for his 16th birthday.
As long as you fuck with the government and not with each other, we are with you. Let's go. No worries, command.
Between parked cars.
So this is the first shooting. I'm not gonna. This is. I just don't want it to be Ripley's or fucking RT.
Visible on video. It's not clear whether or not that gunshot was.
I think we've seen all this. This is the guy who claims, the journalist that claims that he was standing right there. Here's some aerial
By
shots.
an unknown shooter. One bullet grazed Joseph Rosenbaum's head. Another penetrated his right groin, his left thigh, and his back. With a total of 8 shots fired, it remains unclear that all 4 of Rosenbaum's wounds were caused by Rittenhouse.
That's easily proven by ballistics, so I don't know what you're talking about. The ballistics don't fail. If a gun shoots somebody, they know that gun shot somebody.
As Richard McGinnis began tending to Rosenbaum, Rittenhouse returned to the scene and began placing a call for help. As the mob begins calling for the attack of Rittenhouse, he is forced to flee the scene.
That dude shot him.
There he goes. That's a good angle. I never saw that.
You shot him? I didn't. Wait, where are you?
Did Kyle Rittenhouse have reason to believe his life was in danger?
Dozens of U.S. cities are in chaos. Millions of Americans have taken
there's
to the...
something I wanted to see.
As the mob begins calling
he got shot in the back and in the thighs. I just want to see
for the attack of Rittenhouse, he is forced to flee the scene.
That dude shot him. That nigga just shot that dude. You shot him?
He got shot in the back, right?
Wait, where are you?
But he also got shot twice in the legs. Let's look for bloodstains.
Did Kyle Rittenhouse have reason to believe his life was in danger?
Dozens of U.S. cities are in chaos. Millions of Americans have taken to the streets.
77-year-old David Dorn was shot to death as a pawn shop he was protecting was being looted. The voices of peaceful protest are being hijacked by violent, radical elements.
One man was injured after attempting to protect a Kenosha mattress store before it eventually burned down overnight.
God bless America. This is all happening in your time, folks. This is happening in your world right now.
Rittenhouse is seen next, running towards the flashing lights of police vehicles. The armed mob is now chasing after him.
Cranium that boy! He just shot a man!
Within this context, the word cranium is street slang, which is a calling for someone to take Rittenhouse out with a headshot.
Hey, what are you doing?
Wow.
You shot somebody? I want to get police.
An unidentified protester strikes Rittenhouse in the head, knocking his hat off. Rittenhouse trips and falls to the ground. Another protester attempts to jump on Rittenhouse, who then fires 2 shots into the air. With blunt force, another protester strikes Rittenhouse in the back of the head with a sharp edge of a skateboard, then
skateboard weapon. Skateboard weapon. I told you that. I told you that shit.
Rifle.
So he hits him with the, this is good stuff.
2 shots into the air. With blunt force, another protester strikes Rittenhouse in the back of the head with a sharp edge of a skateboard, then reaches for the rifle.
Wow.
Rittenhouse fires a single shot, striking the man in the chest.
Totally fucking self-defense. Totally. Anthony Hubbard, convicted of domestic abuse, use of a dangerous weapon, battery, strangulation, and suffocation, second-degree reckless endangerment. This guy has been convicted of.
A third protester fakes as if he's surrendering, then suddenly advances with a handgun aimed at Rittenhouse. A single shot strikes the man's right bicep.
Yep. Possession of firearm while intoxicated.
While visiting him in the hospital, a friend of Grosskreutz posted the following photo and statement on social media. I just talked to Gage Grosskreutz too. His only regret was not killing the kid and hesitating to pull the gun before emptying the entire mag into him.
There you go.
When a fourth protester raises his arms in surrender, Rittenhouse exhibits remarkable judgment by not firing his weapon.
Yep.
As Rittenhouse moves toward police, multiple gunshots explode behind him.
Still doesn't shoot.
U.S. media was quick to label Kyle Rittenhouse as a far-right radical, a vigilante, a militia member, and a white supremacist.
Yep.
To date, no evidence has materialized to validate any such claim.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Couldn't agree more with that assessment.
Rittenhouse attempts to turn himself in to the police. But in the confusion, it was not clear that he was involved in the shootings. First-degree reckless homicide for the death of Joseph Rosenbaum that may result in imprisonment for up to 60 years. First-degree reckless endangerment of Richard McGinnis that may result in imprisonment for up to 12 years. First-degree intentional homicide of Anthony Huber that may result in imprisonment for life. Attempted first-degree intentional homicide of Gage Grosskreutz that may result in imprisonment for up to 60 years. First-degree reckless endangerment of an unknown male that may result in imprisonment for up to 12 years. And possession of a weapon by a person under 18, a misdemeanor.
So at the worst, if only the misdemeanor sticks, he'll walk. First offense. That's pretty crazy, man. That was a good report. I like that.
The Kenosha County Circuit Court assigned a bail amount of $2 million. Kyle Rittenhouse.
Are we buffying? We're buffying. Oh boy, buffying. All right, we'll kill it here, right? I think it's probably picking up on too much truth. The YouTube algorithms are back. They are back, but we are back. So I guess we'll leave it right here, man. We'll leave it right here. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And I'm glad we got some numbers up. I'm glad people are here. This is where we'll be from now on for a while. People are asking what happened. It's just so uneventful. It's so uninteresting. What happened is that there was a copyright claim by a major news organization that says I used one of their clips 2 months ago regarding this case, the Rittenhouse case. And they once they file a copyright strike, they take the video down, and it prevents you from, if it was done through live stream, it prevents you from live streaming on that channel for 90 days, which is really bullshit. Because again, it's not something that isn't uncommon. That's what YouTube people. That's what we do, right? You take a bite, and you talk about. You're not there. You're talking about the news. You're talking about the video. And that organization took issue with it and struck the video down. But it falls into the category of fair use. That's what this is. It's fair use, right? But thank you, everybody, for joining me. Become a Patreon on this channel. Keep it going. Peace, my brother.